think it's a joke that would be too serious.
Let me take you in the shed.
wait.
In the shed.
How's your week going so far, guys? What's been going on? What's going on with my week? I went to see Sinners the other day. I kept hearing a lot about the movie Sinners. So I went to go watch the movie Sinners the other day, and you know what? I'm part of the bandwagon. It's a great movie. I'm part of the bandwagon. I agree with what I've been hearing. I heard a lot of things before I went and saw the movie. All these awards is getting, all these not awards, all these records is breaking, and all these the first opening week and the second opening week were like insane. So I was like, let's go see what the hype is all about. So I went and watched Sinners. It was a good movie. Shout out Jordan Peele. Shout out Ryan Coogler. They made that happen. It was a really good movie. I'll give you that. It's a really good movie. I feel like every little category, every little section was well made. The music was great. There's a lot of great music. The soundtrack, the stuff that we're singing, great stuff. The performances, the acting was good. The effects were really good. The way it was shot, some of the really dark shots, kind of made it seem like a horror scary movie, but I didn't get that vibe. I wouldn't give it a horror category to it. It was a thriller, action packed, and an overall really good movie. Very enjoyable. I'll recommend it to y'all. Go ahead and watch Sinners, or wait until it's on streaming, I guess. I also saw the Thunderbolts, the new Avengers movie, the Thunderbolts. That was also a good movie. It was about the bad guys, the bad team taking control, and I guess they're the new Avengers. I don't know. If you know about the Avengers movies, then you know what I'm talking about. But that's a whole 25 plus movies you gotta watch to know what that's all about. So I respect that if you don't know what the hell that's all about. That means you got a life. You don't got time to be watching movies like that. And you know what sucks about the Avengers movies is that when you try to tell someone about it, you're like right there in the back of your head, you're like, they're not gonna get it. Like, they have to see all these 20 plus movies. So every time I meet someone and I'm like telling them a little tiny detail, and they're like, the moment they say, "Oh, I've never seen that," I'm like, I got a whole list of movies for you to watch. Start with this one. I think Captain America's the first one, and then, or I'll pull up the Google picture. If you go on Google and search up MCU chronological order for the movies, it'll pop up. 25 movies, a whole order. So, good movies. If that's what you're into, those are good movies. Very entertaining. It's a good movie to watch with the family, the kids. All the MCU movies, the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, those are all great movies. So I saw Thunderbolts and I saw Sinners, and then that got me thinking. I'm watching the news again. What is happening? They got the crime files on. Yep, whatever. So that got me thinking that maybe it's time that I invest into one of the Regal passes, the unlimited Regal pass, where you could watch a movie a day or something. Or I guess that's how it used to be. Now I heard it's different now. Maybe it's 2 movies a month, which that's a big difference. From a movie a day to 2 a month. That's a big difference. 1 movie of 14 days. That's a big difference. But it's still worth it. It's like $20 a month, and if you see those 2 movies, that's already worth it. So, because the movie ticket is like $25. So it's still worth it if you like one of the movies. I'm probably gonna sign up and then just start watching random movies. Just see whatever comes out, go watch it. I think that's a pretty good idea. Keep you busy. I feel like I don't go out a lot, so that'll keep me out of the house. That'll be fun. Speaking of out of the house, Memorial Day weekend is coming up, and let's see. Got some plans for that weekend. What y'all got going on? I'm trying to go out of state, so let's see if I plan that and get to stepping. So I want to get out of state, come back with more content for y'all, tell you all about all the people I meet out there. So I want to do that. Bring some pictures back, bring some videos back, and show y'all. Maybe we can insert it on the video and do that. Speaking of insert, I took a video at the movies. At the end of Sinners. How could I forget? I'm over here talking about how good of a movie it was. But let's talk about the actual experience. Before I move on from this, let's talk about the actual experience. So, I got to watch Sinners over the weekend. Sat on my seat. 30 minutes into the movie, these 3 girls come and they sit next to me. Loud, talking. These are not even young girls. These are women, full-grown women. They're like 30-something. I could tell by the way they're talking and their voice that they weren't young people. So, 3 of them, I saw on everything, every 10 minutes, at least one of them was getting up to the bathroom. Again, none of my business. I don't care. It's just commotion next to me. Whatever. Chit-chatting. They had a whole buffet out. And you know movie food is expensive. So they spent mad money on the food. Munching and munching, talking and talking, yapping it up. Whatever. Then towards the end of the movie comes. And like, towards the end, you can kind of tell that things are going... That the climax already happened. That we're going towards the ending. The happy ending. The final ending. You get that vibe. You get that vibe. So... Not only did my tickets come with these lovely, lovely ladies that just narrated the whole movie for me and just kept throwing ad-libs throughout the whole movie. What? Hold on. What the fuck is that? Ah! All that throughout the whole movie. That's fine. I can get through to that. Honestly, my brain made it seem like they were background characters. Because they were same reaction as what was happening on the screen. You know, someone screamed, ah! Someone this, ah! You know, so my brain was able to... It's the sound effects. It's the movie. Then the end comes. You know, climax is done. We get to the ending. And they start to realize, especially the one that was next to me, they started to realize, oh, this is it. The one next to me goes, oh, hell nah. This is a whack-ass movie. I didn't get the concept. It was so stupid, and it made no sense. Obviously, you're not going to get the context if you're barely sitting there watching the movie. If you're chatting, whatever. Hell, I came here and spent $100 damn on this? Who told you to buy the nachos with the hot dog combo, with the pizza? One of them had a pizza. And the sodas, man. One cup of soda, a large cup, is $20 at the fucking movies. So, you, this is your first time going to the movies? You know what's about to happen. They're about to G you. Come on now. I could have... It was so freaking entertaining. Could we roll that clip? Maybe we could add that clip in. Maybe we could roll that clip. If you guys see the clip, we're gonna roll it up right now. I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it.
I didn't get the concept. This is so stupid. I'm gonna stand down and play that. I'm gonna show them the car.
I can't. Charlie Patch.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You hear those comments at the end. You hear that. I'm so glad I had to take out the camera right away. I gotta get some of this. I was trying to get the end scene of the movie, but I had to pick up some background noise, and I couldn't wait. The moment I got it, I was like, I can't wait to tell you guys about it. So that was my movie experience. When I saw the Thunderbolts, I thought I was gonna have the same experience, but a family in the back shushed the kids that were talking, and I think it was a group of teenagers, so had a better time with that. But no complaints from me. It was still an experience. I'm never gonna forget that night of Sinners. So shout out those ladies. Shout out those ladies. And if you're watching this and you are those ladies, maybe wait until it goes on streaming. It's my suggestion. Maybe the movies aren't for you. It's my suggestions. Where was I? I had to make sure I told you guys about that little ending of the movie Sinners. So where was I? I was talking about going away for Memorial Day weekend. Go out, go have a barbecue. Maybe go to the park in your town and set up the barbecue there. Maybe set up the barbecue in your backyard. But go out, get some sun, get some vitamin D. It's going to strengthen your bones. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to get you in a better mood. If you're depressed, cooped up at home, that's why you're depressed. So go out, enjoy the weekend, tackle the day like it's your day because it is. And yeah, Memorial Day weekend's coming. That's exciting. That's very exciting. Holidays coming up. Speaking of exciting, so I'm making some black garlic. If you know black garlic, you know black garlic. I'm making some black garlic. Fermented garlic. I'm fermenting it for 15 days. Put it in the rice cooker for 15 days. It has tons of benefits. Look it up. I'm not going to sit here and tell you all the benefits. You can look it up yourself. I follow this guy on TikTok, the boy Mr. Rice. Shout out Mr. Rice. Shout out Mr. Rice. Maybe I could put his link up below. I saw his videos on the black garlic, and he has a nice little tutorial in there. So I followed his instructions, and I got in contact with him because I was like, am I doing this correctly? So I DM'd Mr. Rice. He told me that no matter the portion, 15 days is the right amount to ferment. So again, shout out Mr. Rice. Go check him out below. Maybe you could go learn something about the black garlic, and maybe you can get some black garlic in your diet and fix you right up. I can't wait to freaking try it. I think I'm on the 5th day, so 10 more days of letting it ferment in the rice cooker. I have it sitting outside with an extension running inside the house, so I can't wait to try that. And the moment I get those in and I finish that and I try a couple and then I make sure they're all good, I got another batch that's gonna go for another 15 days. So I can't wait to do that. Get the health back in one. So shout out Mr. Rice, shout out black garlic, shout out regular garlic. You guys gotta ingest God food. What is God food? Give you a hint. It starts with a G. If it got an O in there and it got an D in there, G-O-D, and it came from natural, it's God food. Ginger, garlic, come on. That's just a few. Do your research. I'm not gonna sit here and school you about that, but definitely do your research and get some of that in your system, instead of buying the bull crap at the supermarket and complaining about it. You're on the mice. You're your own demise. Shout out. What else happened this weekend? The fights were on. UFC FightNight was on over the last weekend. We had Corey Sandhagen. Yeah, Corey Sandhagen versus Davison Figueiredo. That was a good fight. Corey had Figgy in trouble on the striking. You can kind of tell that Figgy didn't want to go in the striking with Corey. So Corey started mixing in some takedowns. And Figgy was kind of just accepting position, because he kind of didn't want to deal with Corey's stand-up. So Corey would shoot for a takedown and Figgy would accept position. Figgy was thinking that he'll have better luck on the floor with Corey since his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu might be up there. But he kept rolling and rolling with Corey Sandhagen. And I think he got to a point where he couldn't really do what he wanted. So he kept kind of making mistakes. Corey kept advancing the position. Figgy kept making mistakes until they kept getting each other into leg locks. At first it was Figueiredo kind of pushing for the leg locks. At one point they got each other on leg locks, and then Sandhagen went for his own leg lock. Figgy was fighting out of that one. They got each other's leg locked for real. They were kind of pretzeled in. If you ever seen them mess with the Zohan, when he gets their legs pretzel, that's kind of what they were doing, both of them. And then they kept turning and flipping, and then all you see is Figueiredo's leg just snap. His knees snap back. And it was done. He tapped out from the pain. The ref called the fight. He tore his knee. Something in there went wrong. Maybe one of the ligaments. I don't know. It was ruled a TKO for Corey Sandhagen. It should have been a technical submission, because he tapped. But it was ruled a TKO for Corey Sandhagen. I don't really know how I feel when fights end like that, because did Figueiredo do that himself, trying to roll out? I don't know. Some people say that he was scared of Corey Sandhagen's ground game, so that's Corey's advantage, So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. But I like both fighters, and they were fighting for the #1 contender fight to fight for the belt next. So shout out Corey. Probably going to fight the winner of Merab and O'Malley. They're going to fight, I think, next month. They're having a rematch, because after Merab beat O'Malley for the belt. Again, another fight I'm iffy about, because Merab has defended his title already. He beat O'Malley, then he defended his title against Umar. And that's like, what, a year and a half? And that whole time, O'Malley hasn't fought. Sean O'Malley has been training, taking a break, and now he's getting back into a title fight, which is a little BS in my book. But you know what? It's that Dana White privilege. Whoa. Cut. But you know what? What are we going to say? That's that Dana White privilege. Be happy for him. That's all you got to do. Good luck to both of them. May the best man win that fight. Let's talk about the co-main event on Saturday night. That was Bo Nickal versus RDR, I believe. Yep. RDR, the Ritter. The Ritter got a TKO victory on Bo Nickal. That was on the second round. Hit him with a nasty knee to the body that put him down, and then I think he ground and pounded him for the finish. What can you say about that fight? Bo Nickal has a lot of accolades in the wrestling. He's a multiple 3-time NCAA champion. So he has a lot of accolades in the wrestling, but MMA is a whole different dog. It's a whole different game. You got to come to MMA well prepared, especially if you're going into the UFC. You got to have a well-rounded game. So Bo Nickal has been in the UFC now like 2-3 years. All his opponents have been handpicked. They've been, I don't know. How do you describe it? They've been handpicked to build a record, to pad his record. He's fought some names, but no one in the caliber of how he's been talking. He's been too cocky. He's been drinking his own Kool-Aid. He's been calling out championship fights. He's calling out the champions. Oh, I could dominate the champions of my division, of the division lower. So easy. I can take him down, submit him, do whatever I want with my wrestling. Nah, man. Nah. There's levels to the game, and RDR showed him there's levels to the games. Even from the beginning of the fight, it was kind of a domination. In the first round, it wasn't much back and forth. RDR was kind of doing what he wanted to Bo Nickal. Then in round 2, RDR was hitting him with some pat shots on the face, patting him up, just annoying him, kind of making openings. You do that to the opponent to make some openings. You just hit him with stuff that bothers him, just to get a reaction, make the wrong move, make a mistake, and now you got him in a headlock or something. So he was just hitting him with little short hooks. Bo Nickal exits out the corner and starts swinging his left hooks, right hooks, misses and misses. And then RDR just hits him with I think it was a jumping switch knee, hit him right in the body, shut Bo Nickal down. And it wasn't even, he hit him with the body, but if you see his reaction, if you watch that video back, maybe we'll play that a little bit. Maybe you can watch it. Play that clip real quick, producer. Let's play that. Let's watch the finish real quick. Let's play that and we'll go back to it. See, because you can kind of tell he kind of like goes back a little. He was done. He knew he was done. He covered up. He went to the side. He knew he was done. But that was a good fight, and it's a wake-up call. It's what he needed to hear, to see. I'm sure the last week has been really eye-opening for him. He thought he was on top of the world. He thought he could come in and do whatever, but that first level of adversity is what's really gonna. It's a wake-up call. I saw an interview with him. He's in good spirits. He said he's glad he got that experience early in his career so he can learn from him. A lot of people thought he was going to be done with MMA, that he was going to take a big shot and be like, you know what, F this, I made my money. I'm a 3-time world champion in wrestling. Let me get out of here. But no, he said it's a learning experience, that he can't wait to get back in the gym and make up his loss, which that's what you want to hear from a fighter. You want to hear them be in good spirits, especially after a tough loss like that one. Big debate going on the interwebs. If you've been on the internet, you must have heard about this. If you've been on TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram, you must have heard about this. They're having a debate right now. There's a big debate. Who will win in a fight? A gorilla versus 100 men? Comment below. I want to hear. Before I get going, let me hear. Comment below. Who got it? 100 men or the gorilla? Let me know if you think the 100 men will get the gorilla, everyone surviving. I think there'll be casualties. So maybe at the end, it'll be like 10 men and the gorilla left. You let me know down below what you'll think. How many men to take down the gorilla? Will we lose 30? Will we lose 20? Will we lose 95 and then just 5 win? I think theoretically, we can take down the gorilla. I think so. With casualties. I think we're going to lose like 40% of the battalion. But I think eventually we'll get him. He's not going to be, we're going to be freaking him up. We're going to be, fucking him up. Cut. He's not surviving. We're going to be, all the damage is going to add it up from 100 men. We're going to be going one by one, adding up all the punches. So one will take one eye out. The other one will take the other eye out. I think that's where we start. I think so. I think 100 men in the gorilla, boom, boom, boom. First of all, is it a tag team match? Is it like we're all in a ring and then like all the 100 men are outside and it's like 1v1 with the gorilla, and then when one loses, another one comes in? Maybe 5 come in. It's like every 5 guys. The way I picture, I think it's going to be all 100 versus the gorilla. He's going to throw around like 5, 10. What if he starts getting tired? He's going to start getting tired, and that's when we take him down. Like 10 on one leg, 10 on the other leg. We get 5 on the back. We get a couple guys on the eyes. Like, we get 5 guys that's just going to get eaten. Shout out 5 guys. So we're gonna get 5 guys that's just gonna get eaten, and they know what the role is. So you know, you're taking one for the team, taking 5 for the team. I think we could. And how much time do we have to prepare? Like, do we all just meet up at a parking lot and we're all like, what is happening? And then the gorilla shows up and starts the battle. Do we get like training, like an MMA fight? Do we get like a training camp? Do we all train together? Like we can form a strategy? Do we all train differently? And then when we all meet up, it's like, it's game time. These are the important questions. I'm not seeing anyone asking. These are the important questions. So, if someone can break this down, then maybe I can have a better idea how we could do this. But I'm on Team Humans. And you know, why does it have to be 100 men? Could it be like 150 men and 50 women? Could it be a mixture? Could it be a couple women in there, a couple men maybe? Maybe it's mostly women. What gender is the gorilla? Is the gorilla a female, a male? What if it was an ape? No? Has to be a gorilla? Silverback? I'm sure we can figure something out. Today at work, how about this lady? This lady tells me today about her neighbor. She tells me that she gets a call last week from her neighbor. Young Italian man, shout out the neighbor. Around in his 30s, gives her a call and tells her, you gotta go to my house. My wife is ODing on the floor. She's like, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, she called me. She's ODing on the floor. Just go check up on her. Lady runs to the neighbor's house. Wife is in there. She seems fine. But she's like, what happened? Your husband called me. Lady's like, oh, I took like 5 800 milligram Tylenols. And she's like, why? Doesn't answer. So that's when she got the idea. She was like, this guy is telling me on the phone that she's trying to off herself. She didn't want to believe it. She was miscommunication. I don't know. When she saw that, she was like, this lady's crazy. She might be actually trying to off herself. Calls the ambulance. Calls the husband back. Are there any drugs in here that you're worried about? I don't know. She could have got some drugs. Husband doesn't even know what was happening. She could have picked up some drugs. I don't know. This lady's crazy. He goes, can you please go check up on her daughter? Her daughter, the lady's daughter, the neighbor's daughter, not the guy's daughter. He's the stepdad. So the person that is ODing, go check up on her daughter. She's coming. She should be coming out of the bus any second now. I don't want her to go in there and see her mom like that. Whatever the hell's happening. Neighbor runs out, gets the daughter, plays with the daughter, brings it to her house, give her some candy. And she's like, oh, hell no. Calls the ambulance. Ambulance comes. I think the ambulance comes, gets the woman. They're like, what's going on? She tells her, lady's nuts. This lady is nuts. Meanwhile, the daughter's like, oh, can I get some candy? She finds some candy, and then she's like, you know what? I don't even want that. I had candy yesterday. I want hot Cheetos. Yes. This is a Hispanic family. The neighbor, the male neighbor, he's an Italian man, the husband. The wife is a Hispanic lady. And the daughter already got the Hispanic cravings. Hot Cheetos? Come on now. Who doesn't love some hot Cheetos? I love hot Cheetos. So she's like, oh boy, let's go to the deli. I'll buy you something. So took her to the bodega. I bought her a bag of chips while the ambulance deals with her mother. Turns out the mother was fine. They believe she was doing it for attention. That's what the conclusion the ambulance and the neighbor came to. She was doing it for attention. Turns out that the Italian husband's been trying to leave this lady for the last year. Lady's not having it. She doesn't want to go. She's been with him 6 years, but they've only been married for 1 year. Dude doesn't want to be with her, but he feels so bad. He's a good person, she says. So he cares about the daughter. He doesn't want to just leave her. The situation has gotten so bad that they sold their house they lived in. I'm guessing it was his house. They sold it, and they moved into his mom's house. So the neighbor is trying to tell him, get your mom to help you. Tell your mom what's going on, and she's going to do it for you. She'll get her out of there. But he's like, no, there's got to be another way. I got to wait. He doesn't want to be, the bearer of bad news, but I don't know, man. He's not putting himself first, which is not good. You gotta put yourself first. I know the situations are tough, but you gotta put yourself first. Because if you're not there for yourself, no one's gonna be there for you. You're gonna be there for that person who's probably not gonna be there for you for the long run. So, appreciate your young years while you have them. Take care of yourself and worry about yourself. Too many people out here worried about the wrong things, the wrong people, giving a care to the wrong things. We gotta do better. If you find yourself in a similar situation, take a look at all your cards on the table. What kind of cards are you having? You're only dealing with these cards right here. Have you taken a look at these cards? Put all your cards on the table and then decide where you're gonna go to next. Where life is gonna take you next. Are you walking every day with a purpose? Are you where you want to be in life? These are questions I ask myself. Do you ask yourself these questions? I hope you do. Anywho, it's been a whole year since a crazy moment happened. Y'all remember last year around this same time, maybe a month or two ago, Drake versus Kendrick was happening. It was live. Last year was one of the most exciting time of rap. I remember like it was yesterday. It was so amazing watching two artists go at it live. Back. Let's see. Last time this really happened at that level was Drake and Meek Mill. And Drake buried Meek Mill. Put Meek Mill in his grave. Put Meek Mill. Put his tombstone there and signed it. And we never heard from Meek Mill again. Last time I heard about Meek Mill, he was at the Diddy parties. I guess that's where you go when you lose a rap beef. Diddy parties. So, shout out Meek Mill. I used to like his music until he got humiliated like that. And then he couldn't touch a mic ever again. His old songs still bang. Anything new, he sounds like his voice is cracking. I don't know what Drake did to him. But what Drake did to Meek Mill was so monumental that someone else had to come and Drake. How'd this start? So for the last years, let's go back 10 years ago. Kendrick Lamar released a remix and released a verse on a song called Control. I think it was a Big Sean song, if I recall correctly. Remix comes out. Kendrick releases a verse on the remix. Calls out every rapper you could have thought of. J. Cole, Drake, everybody. Calls them all out. Says there's nobody like me. If you want beef, come at it. It's only competition, but I'm at the top. Everyone, from what I heard and from what I've seen, everyone, took that. Every rapper that he really mentioned took that and put a battery in their back. And it was like, Kendrick is right. He's doing better than me right now. Can't keep letting this happen. Boom, 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 boom. Put the shoes on. Got the battery pack on the back and got to working. You know who didn't like that? Drake didn't like that. So, Drake starts throwing subs, starts acting funny, starts acting funky, back and forth. Not only does he do that to Kendrick, he does it to a lot of rappers. Drake is always sneak dissing. Shout out Drake. He's always sneak dissing. That's his thing. If he's not sneak dissing, then he's trying to get with your women. That's what Drake be doing. So, about a year and a half ago, Metro Boomin releases a song with Future and Kendrick Lamar. In that song, Kendrick calls out J. Cole and Drake. He says there's no big three at the top. It's not Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick. It's only Big Meat, meaning Kendrick at the top. So boom. About a week and a half, 2 weeks later, Drake releases a response. I believe he came out with push-ups, which was telling Kendrick, what you talking about? Give me 50 right now on the floor. Drop me some 50. Give me 50 push-ups, which was a double entendre to Kendrick music deal, which apparently, so they say, was a 50-50, where I think he made 50% of his earnings, and then the other 50 went to his label. Something like that, something along those lines, something involving the number 50. That's all I know. Something involving the number 50. Drop and give me 50 right now. Every time you drop a song, you have to give your label 50. That's what Drake was going for. It was a good song. It was a catchy song. Push-Ups by Drake. Boom. Drake is like, all right, Kendrick, I've given you 2 days. I ain't hear a peep. Drops another song using some Snoop Dogg and Tupac AI and another verse by him. Boom, boom, boom. Where you at, Kendrick? We gotta get going. We got some stuff to settle. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing. Then, I'm trying to remember if another song came out. No, not another song comes out. Boom. Kendrick responds. He drops Euphoria. One of my favorite songs of all time. Euphoria is a crazy song. So many hitting messages, so many double entendres. Drake wanted something, he got something. Euphoria comes out. Fire, fire, fire. Super hot fire. Boom. The next day, Kendrick drops another song, which was 616 in LA or something like that, where like the cover art was like a glove that Drake's dad owned or something like that. In that song, he's talking to God, he's talking to Drake. He's like, you're not ready for what I'm gonna do to you. God, forgive me for what I'm gonna do. Boom. Drake releases a song responding to those two songs 2 days later. I think it was on Friday night or Saturday night. Boom. Drake releases. Not even 30 minutes later, Kendrick claps back and releases Meet the Grams. Drake had released Family Matters, and then Kendrick released Meet the Grams right after. Not even 30 minutes later, dropped to the floor. The hype that Family Matters brought in, it was done. Drake was texting live streamers that were like, don't end the stream. I'm about to drop. Stay live for another 2 hours. I'm about to drop. Boom. Drops Family Matters right at 12. He drops a music video with it. He had it ready. That was his red button. He had it ready. Boom. Drops the red button with the music video. Everyone's going crazy. That's a great song. Top 5 songs in a rap battle for me. That was a great song in a rap beef. But Meet the freaking Grams drops 30 minutes later. You can search up live reactions from live streamers. Kai Sanat, DJ Academics. They're watching, they're reacting to Family Matters, and their chat starts flooding, talking about Kendrick drop, Kendrick drop, Kendrick drop. And they're like, nah, hold up. What are you talking about? And honest, because they're diehard Drake dick riders. Excuse my French, but dick riders got a dick ride. So it was a pleasure to see their party get rained on, and boom. It was great to see. So Meet the Grams comes out. There's nothing that could describe that record. If you're truly into music, if you're a person of music, you can't listen to that record and not say that's not artistry at its most raw form. The beat, the lyrics, the way he's talking directly to Drake's family members and to Drake, to his mom, to his dad, to his son, to a daughter that he may or may not even have out there. Kendrick could be lying at his ass. But it was evil shit. I think the first words of the song were, "Hey Adonis," Drake's song. "Hey Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father." If I was Drake, I'd put it in the boxing gloves. I would have boxed this man. Drake is taller than him too, so I would have won that fair and square, not let it get to the rap beef. Because Kendrick cooked. Kendrick served a 5-star meal and he cooked Drake. Boom. Drake releases another song right the next day, talking about, Kendrick, what are you talking about? Now you're lying. Now you're taking it too far. You're calling me a pedophile. That's not funny. Now you're taking it too far. Everyone's saying, I didn't know there was such a thing as taking it too far in a rap beef. So everyone's thinking, you're taking it too far. You're taking it too far. What does Kendrick do? He drops Not Like Us the day after, right? The day after, it was on a Sunday. It was right after Drake released. Oh, actually, I think Drake didn't even release anything yet. I think it was Meet the Grams Saturday night. Boom, Sunday morning. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Song of the summer. That song was popping last year. Shout out Kendrick. Shout out Drake. Thank you guys for the entertainment. That was a good rap beef. They not like us. They not like us. That was fun. Aftermath of that, after a whole year later, Kendrick has won like 7 Grammys off of that song, or just his whole album that he released after. So many Grammys, maybe a record or 2 in there. He's almost that artist with the most Grammys. I think he's about to be, or he's already there. Jay-Z and Kanye might have more than him. I'm not sure. So shout out Kendrick. He's had a great year. He's on tour right now with SZA. I think he's coming to New York soon. I was looking at some ticket prices, but the boy still don't got the car yet. I still haven't even bought my new car yet. The Benzo at the mechanic, but you know what? I'm gonna keep it in the ICU, and I'm gonna cop something new, something better, newer whip. So shout out to that. Coming soon, coming soon. So yeah, no Kendrick and SZA for me, but still got things coming up. Memorial Day weekend's coming up. Can't wait for that. And Kill Tony I have coming in a couple months. I can't wait for that. Shout out Kill Tony. Shout out Kill Tony. But other than that, I hope you guys are having a great week. Continue to have a great week. I'm not sure when you're watching this. If you're watching this at the start of your week, then have a good week coming up. If you're watching this in the middle, hope you're having a great week. And if you're watching this at the end of your week, I already know you had an amazing week. I'll catch you all next time. Whoop!